Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Brandon. Here's another episode. I think it's episode 7. Let's build. I got another special guest with me. Want to introduce yourself?
What's going on, beautiful people? I go by the name of Avery, Cool Boy Ave, King Cool.
Facts.
You know, it's a cool speech anytime cool speak. Appreciate you having me, my brother.
Word. But we're going to jump right into it. You know, we're going to build. Y'all going to build with him. I already know him, but this is for y'all to get to know him a little better. So, you know, he's a rapper. Clearly.
Artist.
You know, he's an artist, I'm sorry.
Songwriter, all that.
No disrespect. So how did you get into rapping? How did you get into it?
Getting into rapping. Seriously, I got into rapping in college, actually. Probably like 18, 19. Seriously. But I always been rapping. Like I was probably like 13, 14, just redoing songs, like parodies and all that, just trying to be funny in high school and all that, so. And I always used to say to myself, like, yo, if I was a rapper, I'd be a dope-ass rapper. You feel me? But I never was taking it seriously until I got to college. And then that's when I met Trot Sound. And,
Shout out to Trot Sounds.
And I met Trot, and Trot was doing music, like, for real doing music. Like, he had the Mac, he had Pro Tools and all that, the microphone. And I went into college wanting to be a physical therapist.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to be a physical therapist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wanted to be a physical therapist, but Bloomfield didn't have physical therapy. So I had to take like biology and chemistry, which was whatever, a whole bunch of extra classes to have to go and take it again.
Yeah.
Failed biology, so I was like, it's not for me.
I did too.
You feel me? So after I failed biology, chemistry, I was like, it's not for me. Then one day we were just kind of bored at Bloomfield one day. So I was like, yo, could you like really record people? Talking to Trot, and he was like, yeah, I can really record people.
Yeah.
And we started recording. Been recording ever since.
So let me ask you, what was your first song? Like the first song you ever recorded? What was it, like a cover to a song that was like an instrument that was already known?
Yeah. That's how we started. That's how I started off doing. I was doing industry beats, industry instrumentals. It took me a while, like a couple years, maybe like 2-3 years, to actually do like an original beat. So I was doing industry beats the whole time.
Oh, okay. What was the first song?
The first song. If I had the first song that comes to mind, I don't know the first song, but the first song that comes to mind, I would have to say is the song Lil Wayne's 3-Peat beat.
Okay.
We had a beef at Bloomfield.
With who?
With Ray Feline. Shout out to Ray Feline. It was like, it's not real beef. We was like, those my guys. You feel me? Ray Feline, Lonzo. We was they stayed in Clee. We stayed at Schweitzer. And I don't know how it just happened. One day, somebody was like that I rap, and they just said my name in the song. Like we was joking, like I said, it was my guys and all that. So they was like, yo, Abe, I made a diss track about you. So I'm like, word?
Just to inform you. I mean,
they informed me, whatever. So I'm like, I ain't say no more. So I told Trot, like, yo, we gotta fight back. This can't happen. We went in the booth, whatever, recorded it. I went back to tell them, like, yo, fight back at you. What's up?
what was they doing? Like how y'all listen to each other? Like how did people like go listen to it? Like how did you listen to this? Like was it a link?
Nah, that wasn't link. This was probably no bullshit. Probably was like CDs, like CDs, iPods, and all that. For real, it probably with the iPod hooked up to the speaker. One of those situations.
Go y'all ass.
Nah, we had it done though. That shit was crazy. It was mad fun. That was crazy.
Nah, that's dope as hell. So you said your first one. You said 3-Peat?
That's the first. I think I'm pretty sure we did freestyles before that, but that's the one that sticks out to me as far as like beginning.
Do you remember the song me and you did?
What?
In college, do you remember the song?
No.
I'm Sprung.
Tom Sprung.
You don't remember that?
Nah.
That's crazy. I remember that. Try it. Record that in the room.
I'm Sprung. T-Pain I'm Sprung?
It was I'm Sprung, and then it was I think we did something with. Remember I had a bar about Cat Daddy or some shit. Like,
why don't I remember this? What year was this?
This had to be 2010 or 11. It had to be like 2010 or 11. It had to be like.
Nah, I don't remember this.
I remember because niggas was laughing that whole time. Like I think we were drinking, we were just recording.
Figures probably.
It was one of those lit nights.
Probably.
But but like when it comes to rapping, like what type of rappers like inspire you? Like you know, like who? Not who you listen to, but like who did you listen to
get me started rapping?
Yeah.
The reason I started, or Fab is the reason I started rapping.
It's my favorite rapper.
Fab, you can't deny it, was the reason I started writing. Biggie's Give Me the Loot is the reason I really fell in love with hip hop. And I remember
I felt like Give Me the Loot was mad raw.
I remember very vividly how it happened. Like, very vividly.
Where you was at?
I was like 9 or 10. It was right after Christmas. I'll never forget it. My older sister, she bought me a Detroit Pistons jersey, like warm-up jersey or some shit like that.
Mm.
So this is back when you had to have it fitted to match everything. Like, you feel me? So she was like, I'm about to take you and get it fitted because I don't know what size you wear. Like, we wasn't wearing snapbacks and all that at that time.
Yeah.
So we go to the mall. And then when I was around my older sister, that was the only time I could really listen to, like, uncut music and shit. So we in a car, and my sister had a system in her car and all that, so I felt like I was the man, you feel me? Riding around with and all that. So we get in the car. She tried to play the radio at first. She was like, nah, we ain't doing this shit, whatever. Put the CD in, and then I heard, my man, taking a nine in my crib. I was just so amazed, like, I seen it at a young age. Like, I actually knew, well, I mean, at the time, I probably didn't know what he was talking about. Yeah. But I actually seen it, and I believed it, and I was just like, yo, this is it. I ain't going back to nothing else. This is it.
But you want to be a physical therapist?
No, at this time, I was playing sports. Like, I was going to the league at this point.
Since I was going to the league?
I was going to the league. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like,
rapper go to the league?
Rapper go to the league. Now, but honestly, like I said, the music kind of just happened because, I don't say by mistake, but it just kind of happened just naturally. Like, it just was something like, I always loved writing. Like, English has always been my favorite subject and all that, you feel me? So it always was something I didn't mind doing. Like, I always loved writing stories for class and all that. Like, that should be mad easy for me. Yeah. So writing music kind of was the same feel in a sense. So at the time, I wasn't even really thinking about music. Like I said, in high school, I was just doing it just to be funny. I was just making everybody laugh, remix the songs.
So like, what was the switch? Like, since you were just like, just bullshit. Like, what was the switch? Like, let me really get serious and really try to pursue it. Like,
so the way that happened, we was just doing like freshman year of college and all that. Mm-hmm. We was just doing it to kind of pass time. And then once I realized like people always was like, you not ass. But like they always was like, yo, you ain't got no delivery, you ain't got no flow. I really used to rap like I used to have bars though, but I didn't have no flow, no delivery, so shit just sound, no matter what I said, it just sound terrible.
It was just there. Okay, he said it.
Yeah, he said it. It wasn't like, okay. It was none of that. It was
like, no face me like,
Nah, it was just like, okay. I mean, you made it rhyme, that's cool. And that's exactly how it was. It was like real basic. Yeah. So it was like I was doing that, and I really like just loved doing it. I just loved the feel of recording and writing. Like the whole vibe is just what I fell in love with. Okay. And at the time, I still didn't even want to take it seriously, like for myself, because I felt like if I was a rapper, I was saying to myself, if I was a rapper, I don't think people would want to listen to me. So I was just.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Like I just kind of felt like people would kind of look at me like, hey, "You're not a rapper, bro. Like, stop it."
What does it?
I don't know. Like at the time, that's one thing at the time.
Let me ask you a question. Like, is that more coming from people who know you? Like people like who know you like from your area, like people who knew you like in
maybe
freshman year, like because like people feel like that about closer friends and like strangers.
I feel like maybe if you didn't know me, maybe you would have been like all right, cool. But if you knew me, you'd be like, hey, you rapping? Really? Bro, you play sports. Like, why you rapping? Okay. And then I kind of felt like at the time I was like, nah, I don't want to answer these questions. Like, who am I to answer you? You feel me? Yeah. So I'm not answering these questions. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to write. So it started off me wanting to be a ghostwriter. That's what I wanted to. No, actually, I wanted to be an A&R first. After I was like, you know what? Cause like I said, I went undecided. So after I got like me and Tribe was really getting into the music, and then I think this was around when Tribe really was like really kind of starting off early with music. So he was, had like at least a year and a half, 2 years ahead of me. And this is me kind of just coming into it new, in a sense. And when he was doing that, I was just, like I said, we was having a good time. And I was on some shit like, I want to be an A&R, because I always felt like I had an ear for music. So I was like, I want to be an A&R. And this is kind of like the early time when like YouTube really was like popping and like you didn't really need a A&R per se. You could just, build your own fan base and all that.
Like you can kind of do now, but
yeah, but
you
I
can do it quicker now.
You do it quicker now, but at the time I think that was kind of like when it just kind of was starting off. So I was like, nah, maybe A&R is not the way for me. And I was talking to a few people, and they was like, yo, you might as well just, if you like to write, you might as well be a ghostwriter. At the time, I didn't know that being a ghostwriter, you had to use, like, original beats. So I thought, like, you would use industry beats and just write shit, and then you hand it to people, and they would, like, do a freestyle.
But can't you still do that, though?
I mean, I guess you can still do that.
You can't sell it, but you can do it.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, if we had, whatever beat that you use today, whatever beat is hot right now, if I wrote a 16 to it, like, I give it to you. And you spit the 16 over that same beat, over the industry beat, and you go to like whatever you spit it. That's what I thought a ghostwriter was doing. I didn't know that you had to have original music at the time. So I'm like, all right. So I had a whole bunch of freestyles, like legit. Like I went to my first book, full of freestyles, industry beats, and I'm like, yo, I ain't got nobody to get this shit to. And then we was just at the time, nobody really was like you nice nigga. Like it really wasn't that for me. So at the time, I just had a book full of raps, nobody to give them to, and then like we used to have a whole bunch of people in the room.
Yeah.
So one day, like I think we recorded something, and I recorded it. So they was like, why don't you just rap yourself? Like you have a whole book.
Yeah, you rap, and the thing is like you're writing them as if it's yourself.
Yeah, as myself. So it wasn't. So I had shit written for me, and people was like, why don't you just rap it yourself? And I looked at Trap like, how you feel about that? Trap was like, let's go. And
he has one emotion anyway.
Yeah. If you know Trot, then you know.
He got one emotion.
But I mean, Trot supported it, and I was like, that was like I said, Trot was the first person I've been doing music with.
Right.
So once he was like, it's a go, it was a go. So since then we just been rocking.
So how does that work now? Cause like now cause you don't live in Jersey no more. You live in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
That's where you reside. So like, do you still like work with him? Like he sends you beats, or how does that work?
Yeah, me and Trap still work. Trap produced the whole State of Course 1.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I thought it was someone else from down there. Actually, I didn't know he did.
No, Trap did the whole State of Course 1, mixed it, mastered it.
Well, he came out there and did it. Or
he had the beat, and like he did the production. He sent me all the beats. Like, all right, this is what we about to do for this is State of Course 1. This is all the tracks that we're gonna do. So I did all the writing down there, and then I came back up for like a weekend, and we did the whole project in a weekend, day and a half.
Before I jump into State of Course, how was the transition from Jersey to Atlanta? Do like people in Atlanta like receive your music well? Cause like they have like a down south sound, as people say.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, how do they like receive your music? Like the people you met.
I feel like I've had mixed emotions. So like you said, it is kind of a sound. Like it's more of a, I don't say turn up type of atmosphere, but it is in a sense. Like you have to. But Atlanta is like a melting pot for music. So you're gonna have like the hipsters, you're gonna have the conscious rappers, you're gonna have the trap rappers. So it's different sounds down there. It just depends on, you just have to find your sound. And then you find your lane, and wherever it fits in that, you just run with it down there.
Okay. Have you worked with any Atlanta artists since you've been up there?
Worked with?
Like features
actually,
or whatever the case is.
I just actually recorded a song with a female artist named BB. It's called My Side. I actually just recorded it the other day. So I think that was like the first artist I think I actually did a song with. But I've been involved with been around other artists down there. I haven't really done anything with another artist as far as like songs or anything like that now.
Okay.
But I think other artists down there that I've met, like we definitely chopped it up. I did a couple performances down there, and then after that it's like, I really like what you're doing, whatever. And that's really it. Like we haven't really got there to put a song together, not like that.
All right, copy. So like back to State of Course 1, because apparently there's a 2 coming.
There's a 2
at some point. But
yes.
what was the whole mindset behind State of Course 1? Like, what was you thinking?
State of Course. The original concept of State of Course is I feel like State of Course is everyday life. Like don't matter, it's not even music, it's like you interviewing people. Like I'm pretty sure you came across difficulties as far as maybe even questions.
Right.
Maybe just getting people here, whatever. It's something that's gonna probably stop you I don't want to stop you from doing this. But in anything, like any obstacle that you're going through in life, you have to stay the course. Like it's not gonna be a straight path. Period. And I feel like that's what stay the course is. It's just continue. Like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. You feel me? So it's not like we just started doing this 2 months ago, 2 years ago. Like no disrespect to people that's that does that, that works for them. But like we've been doing this for a long time, and I feel like over the years, if you've been following us, I honestly feel like you will see and hear the progression of it.
No, you can. You can definitely hear that. And I talk about that with people who obviously know you and now, like, you be like, yo, Abe really has improved as the years go by. Like, it's like if you don't improve, like, then it's just like
it's not for you.
It's pretty different profession.
It's not for you.
It's pretty different profession. So like you would definitely have shown improvement. Like your delivery is better, your wordplay is better, like everything is better. Even Try, his production is better.
Yes.
So
and I feel like I feel like we've watched each other grow. Like over the years, I've seen. As far as even mixing wise, just see how fast Tribe mixes now compared to when we first was mixing. How he used to record and how I used to record. It was just a whole different process. That's why I said we did the whole project. Actually, we did. It's only 8 songs on there, but we recorded like 16, 17 songs. There's only 8 songs on there. We did that in a day and a half. Cause me and Tribe, we just know how to work with each other now. You feel me? Like we've been doing this for so long, and that's why we named the Stay the Course, because after all these years, we could have just gave up.
Right.
And we've been through a whole bunch of stuff, dealing with different people, different industry people, everything. We've been through, I won't say everything, but we've been through a whole lot. I feel like that could have stopped us from continuing doing what we're doing, but we stayed the course, and that's pretty much what the project is really all about, stay the course.
So, it was Stay the Course too. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. What about when you said you made 16 songs, right? So how did you break it down to 8? Like, what made you like, I'm gonna pick this 8. We'll put down the other 8. We want to sit in the vault, for whatever reason. But like,
we did. One of the reasons I think we kind of did it because we was doing everything in house. Cause the 8 songs that's on there, Tribe produced, and the other songs that we had, like we liked. There was a couple joints on there that I actually wanted to put on the project. Excuse me, but niggas is not balling. so the prices of them beats was crazy.
Yeah.
And at the time it was like we felt confident about it, like we was about to drop the money for it. So it was like but after we was like talking about it, me and him and everybody around us, we was like, yo, just keep everything in house. Like we've been rocking with each other while, get off track right now. Stay the course.
Okay.
I see what I did there.
Wait, so when Stay the Course 2 come out, when you gonna work on that? When can we expect Stay the Course 2?
As of right now, if I had to say, I'll probably say summertime. If I had to say.
Okay.
As far as it being written, Stay the Course 2 is pretty much written already. Like, we just pretty much gotta record it, mix it.
Okay.
Like, so it's pretty much done. It's just not recorded. And I think we probably gonna do like 1 or 2 more songs. I'm gonna write like 1 or 2 more songs. He's gonna produce 1 or 2 more beats, whatever.
So will it still be 8 or it's gonna be more?
Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with the 8 to 10 region. We're gonna do 8 to 10 this time around, but probably still stick with 8. Yeah.
And it's still produced all by
Tribe.
Would you be open to producing it with someone else, like 1 or 2 songs, or you want?
Yeah, we definitely. We're not opposed to not working, not building with other artists and other producers, stuff like that. If the opportunity presents itself in the right way, and we can, myself, Try, and other artists, other producer, we can come together, come up with something dope. Then yeah, like we definitely all for it. We here to make dope music, like cool music. That's what we here for. So if we can do that with another producer, another artist, we're not trying to not make cool music, dope music. You feel me? So we definitely open to work with other artists, other producers.
What are 3 producers you want to work with? Like, what are 3? I would say mainstream producers, like big time producers you like to work with. Just three.
Three. I would probably say Just Blaze. I even would do like I would say Kanye because I think
Kanye
really,
gonna give you some energy.
I think Kanye's a
Kanye on Sundays, he a little different right now. Kanye on Sundays different.
and one more. I probably would go with Swiss.
So you don't talk too much on your track though.
Nah, I just like Swiss energy. Like Swiss energy is just crazy.
I think that I feel like Swiss, he'll put you in a good space. I think Kanye's probably the best. Out of the three, Kanye's the best one for your sound. The real cool, calm tone.
And then like I really when I was doing original beats, like the sampling, like Tribe was doing sampling, so I kind of come from that sample sound, a soulful sound, because I mean that's what I grew up on, legit.
Right.
So I grew up in the house like with thousands, like legit like thousands of records. If you ever been in my house, well, my house back when I was living in Jersey City, like you can vouch for, like we had crates upon crates of records.
Yeah.
So I come from that sound. So to me, Trident, for him to come from that same sound and him to be able to have the ear that he has to flip them samples, like that sample music, I just love that. And plus, if you from Jersey City, well, I'm from Jersey City. You guys don't know. So that sound, like mixtape sounds, just the whole sample sound out there that we was doing. So I mean, I kind of grew up listening to that, like the whole blend mixes that the Jersey City mixes that we listened to. That's kind of sampling in a sense. So I come from that sound, and then for trying to be able to mix those sounds, like I just love samples. I mean,
samples is lit. Samples be the best songs, honestly.
I mean, if you know how to flip a sample, it definitely could work. Definitely work.
And but I think Swiss Beats, if you say you work with him, I feel like he will push that envelope. Like he'll make you.
Nah, but
he'll make you sound. You're gonna sound yourself, but like he's gonna put you another element, cause his form of music is a little different from what you.
I'm talking about like Swiss, like the Rough Riders rock.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
That's Swiss, like.
I mean, I feel like that's going in a whole other direction for you.
But I actually like that sound. Like I like dark sounding beats.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, like I try to make music for riding at night. If that makes sense.
No.
Like I feel like every time I make a song or something, I kind of visualize me riding at night listening to it. Not saying it's not gonna sound.
Like whether it's like a
clear night, you know.
Clear night, turn up,
spring, summertime. Just as long as it's, a clear night, just riding at night. Like you just for a late night ride, you going to the club, coming from the club, whatever. Like that sound, that's the sound I think that I'm real good at. I'm great at that sound.
I feel like it fits you the most.
But I just love like dark sounding beats. Like I don't know what it is. I just love dark sounding beats.
No, I feel you. I like real calm tones and real subtle music as well. That's why I relate to dark, like nighttime music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's 3 artists you think you could work with that's gonna like fit your flow, fit your style? Like
mainstream or
we'll do mainstream.
Mainstream, alright, cool.
And then 2 non-mainstream.
Mainstream, of course, I would have to go with Fab because
Fab is yes.
Fab is definitely.
I'm not even a rapper. He's on my song.
Fab is definitely a go for me. J. Cole. I feel like J. Cole know me, bro. I swear, J. Cole be saying shit. I be listening to him like
he's talking to me.
He knows me.
Yeah,
J.
Cole.
Cole.
No, it's crazy. I don't think it's hard to even get Fabulous. I don't think it's hard to
on the track.
I don't think it's hard. I think it's hard to get. You can't get J. Cole. Yo, you're not
Dream Fest tour. Yeah.
I think Fab is very touchable.
Fab, man.
I'm gonna send this clip to Fab.
Fab, holla at me, man. So Fab, do some one more.
He said Fab, J. Cole.
Just the artist I'm thinking of artists right now, just off top. You know who I really want to work with? Snoop. I would love to work with Snoop. I would love to work with Snoop.
Why Snoop?
You know,
Would you want to work with Snoop on your own beat or remake one of his songs to put him on there?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Would you work with Snoop before Fab?
I can't even, nah, I wouldn't say I would work with Snoop before Fab because I feel like Fab is really the reason I really started writing.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like me, I don't know, but they both cool, so I can't really play a cool card.
It's about to be a cool song.
It's about to be a cool song. Damn.
Yeah, I definitely gotta do that. Call that shit cool song.
Cool song.
Cool
That's
song.
cool.
But it is something I actually want to discuss real quick. I want to talk about Nipsey Hussle real quick.
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
R.I.P. to that king. And you know what's crazy? You don't know this. You know you put me on Nipsey?
For?
You put me on. Like, this is what happened. We was in college, you know, Bloomfield College. Shout out to y'all, whatever.
Shout out to Bloomfield College.
Y'all cool as shit.
The real Bloomfield College. No shade to the Bears and nothing like that. Shout out to the Deacons.
The thing is, I graduated Bear. I was the first year Bear. It's cool, though. But...
Shout out to the Bears, too, though.
The Bear name is Deacon.
Continue the story.
Yeah, but anyway, we was chilling in the room and you was like, "Oh, Nipsey Hussle." I forgot what album came out around this time. I don't
What year
know.
was it? I can tell you.
This was
like 09, 10?
It could have been 09. It could have been 09. It had to be at least 2011 or 10. It had to be like fall 10 or spring 11. It had to be one of those.
Probably the Marathon mixtape.
Crenshaw came out 09
Crenshaw.
or 10. When did Crenshaw come out? Do you have a mixtape
Maybe
about
like
Crenshaw?
11.
11?
The Marathon mixtape came out before that. That was the first project of Nipsey that I was really on.
Nah, I feel like it was the Crenshaw album. But like I said, it doesn't matter. But how did that affect you? Him dying, you know? I don't know, because when it happened, when I found out, like, I really was sad. I feel like I lost, like, a relative.
That's honestly how I felt. I honestly felt like I lost, like, I felt like I knew Nipsey, for real. And the reason I think I felt like that, besides everything that he was doing for his community, and, you know, for just how he treated people. Like, I heard how he treated people. I seen how he treated Lauren London. I seen how he heard, you know, I didn't really see how he treated his kids, but I heard, you know, great things how he treated his kids. Yeah. Things he was doing for his community, like where he came from to get to that point. You feel me? Like, I felt like I watched his whole career grow in a sense.
I feel like everyone watched him grow, like from when he started to how he did it on his own terms, and always stayed true to himself. Like, he didn't switch up.
He did, and then a lot of things that he was. I felt like Nipsey was putting a lot of people on game. Like,
he was.
The cryptocurrency. Like, that was the first person I ever heard speak about that. Or maybe I want to say that maybe that's the first person I heard. Maybe that's the first person I actually paid attention to when he said it.
Right.
You feel me? Because I felt like, you know, I can relate to Nipsey in a sense. We from, you know, I'm not from Cali now, but we from the hood. You feel me? So when he was mentioning it, I was on game. I was like, all right, cool. Then he was mentioning Dr. Sebi. I was like, all right, cool. Now, I don't know. I just felt like gems that he was dropping, I could relate to it because he was saying it was coming from him. Right.
And I feel like his gems is different from, you know, the gems we usually get consumed, like Diddy's gems, Jay-Z gems. For some reason, their gems sound completely different. His is really raw and uncut, and it's like strictly geared towards the hood and everybody in the urban community. And like Diddy and Jay-Z is just a broad sense, like, you gotta get the money. Like, it's motivational, but like, I feel like Nipsey gives you,
you know what it is? You know what I think it is? I feel like, it's a generation thing. You feel me? Because,
that's probably it.
Granted, I was like young with Jay-Z, was,
right.
You feel me? Like, Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. I was 6 years old then. So, the struggle that he was going through at 6 years old, I didn't know about. Like, I really didn't pay attention to. Like, I just heard about it when I got older, when I was able to understand what was going on. Nipsey, I was old enough to understand and see his struggle. You feel me? That everything he was going through. So I feel like I witnessed him come from nothing in a sense.
Let me ask you a question. Like, how do you? This is my last question. We could go on whatever, but how do you like? Let's say you got the same. You stay the course, and you having that marathon year. You having that last lap year. And you're in Atlanta, but like come back to the crib, your hood or whatever. Do you think you should help your hood at a distance, or do you think it shouldn't matter, like securities, everything? Because like there's a time that for one time you didn't have security, so like do you think security matter, or should you still be hands on, or should you just be at a distance? I always say like if I make it big, I'm gonna stay at a distance. When it comes to like doing certain things, like
me personally, I think I'm a hands-on type of person. Me personally, so I would want to be hands-on, like in them environments, because I come from it. At the end of the day,
right.
Granted, he came from it too, and he got assassinated in his place of business, his city, his hood. granted, that can happen to anybody, but I feel like you should be able to, especially like everything he was doing for everybody. I feel like you should be able to be good regardless. Like he was good in any hood, not even in LA. Anyway he went, he was good.
That's true.
You feel me? Like you should be able to go, especially in your hometown, comfortably. But you know.
But like I heard the story, like it was just like the guy who, reportedly murdered him was a known informant, known snitch, and Nipsey told him like you can't be here, for whatever reasons you can't be here, and that can hurt a lot of men's pride when you in front of people, when you out in their business or airing right, even though like people probably already know. So they say he just came back and shot the people he's with and him, and unfortunately unfortunately he passed, but the other two survived. And it honestly, I feel like this was really like a Tupac Biggie moment. Like we really lost someone close to not everybody.
We did, and I feel like I think we feel now how our brothers, sisters, even our parents, whatever, felt when they got killed. You know what I mean? Because when Big and Pac got killed, I was young. Like,
it's not whatever, but like
I was young. Like at the time, it was just like they died. I was just like, damn, they died. Not knowing really who they were, not understanding their music, nothing like that. And looking back on it, you just see everything, the legacy that they left. It's like I can understand the impact of losing them. But then seeing, like I said, actually hearing Nipsey like in that 09, 08 era, listening to the mixtape, seeing him drop mixtape after mixtape, and then seeing him start the whole Marathon clothing store and just stuff he was doing with the clothes. Like I don't know, I watched an interview with him. I think it was him and Karen Civil, and like when you buy his clothes, he has something encrypted inside the barcode where you can scan it on your phone and get a new song. Like he was just doing
stuff.
He was just doing things that was just crazy, and like people wasn't doing that. And like him getting killed. It was just like, damn, him.
Did you see the Marathon ad when you like, if you scan, it's a camera, but if you scan something that represents him, like a video of him pops up
in the store.
I don't know if it's just the store or in general.
No, but that's what happens in the store. Like if you go to the store, you can. It's different things, so you don't know, but you have to buy the shirt. You have to buy whatever it is. You buy it, and if I'm completely wrong, I mean I apologize for speaking speaking incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Like whatever it is, you buy it, you can scan it, and then you'll get a new song or you'll get a video. You'll get something. I don't know what it is exactly, but like who's doing that? That wasn't happening with Rockefeller clothes, with Sean John clothes. And it's not saying it's bad. It's just technology is just so advanced that he was so up with the times of technology. Maybe even a little advanced for a lot of people.
He was doing different stuff because like people like come from his background, not building like career employee or career building centers, like which was supposed to be like constructed this year. Like so he was doing mad big things, and like it's sad that he was taken from us so early.
You gotta just see the impact that he passed. About a week ago now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks now?
Yeah, because
he died.
Sunday would be
April 1st. Oh yeah, man, yeah.
March 31st, yeah.
So when he passed, you got to think about Nipsey been on everybody's timeline since he passed. Since he got hit.
2 weeks straight, yeah.
He's been on everybody's timeline. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like every time he's on somebody's timeline, you hear something brand new about him.
That's true.
And then you just got to see how many people were affected by it. Like he had thousands of people come out from all over.
Yeah, over 20,000 yesterday. Like
in the Staples Center.
In the Staples Center, it was like thousands of people outside. Blocks
the Clippers
long,
can't sell at the The Lakers can't sell at the Staples Center.
That's a fact.
You have an NBA teams it's designed for to sell out. They can't sell out. This one man sold out and it's had people standing outside.
He probably, I don't know if he did more than Michael Jackson. That was the last time they had
25 miles, I think they took him around LA. Bro. And then you gotta think about it. He had Bloods, Crips United yesterday, tying flags.
And it's
Cops
crazy.
Was crying.
It's crazy. It was no drama happened yesterday. None reported anyway. So, and that usually, when it's like that many people, drama always happens. Nothing was reported.
No, he was.
That's crazy.
He was so respected. Like, And it's crazy, like I said, it's him. Like, it's sad that that happens to anybody.
That's true.
Because, you know, this is happening to anybody. You go back to your own hood, you go back to your city, your state, whatever, you get killed. But for Nipsey to get killed, it's like, bro, I don't know. To me, this
even when they said that he was shot, I was like, nah, he good. Like, he took on the chin. Like,
I was thinking, like, what is this next song going to be about him getting shot? That's what I was thinking. And then when he came back that he passed, it was just like, damn, he's gone. And now listening to his music is still like, I'm listening to it now like,
when I listen to his music, I hear something completely different. I hear a different message. I interpret it different and I digest it different. So it really hit different.
And that's exactly what I was getting at. Like, it's this one feels different. That it's Nipsey. You feel me?
It's great because mad artists have died in the past 3 years. I was saying, like, and then none of them had the same impact.
I mean, at least not as long as Nipsey.
Why he?
Because the artists that did get killed. Yeah, you're right. Like, the artists that did get killed.
I think he's on. Well, no. Like, yeah, you're right. Triple X, him, he died, but it didn't have nobody had that effect with him.
Mm-hmm.
Or when Mike Miller died. Some people had effect with him, but not to this magnitude. Or when...
I think it's just different, though, because the Triple X situation is like him, like, he was trying to change his life around from, I mean, I really didn't listen too much of his music, so, right. I mean, I can't, interpret about him too crazy, but, I mean, from what I was hearing, he was trying to change his life around, right. And he gets killed. That's a crazy situation. Mac Miller, abusing drugs and all that, so it was like, it's just crazy that, that you get to that point that you abuse drugs and you see the outcome of it. But for Nipsey to get, but I don't know, everything about it is just different, bro. Like,
yeah, it seems like it's just so unreal. Like, even now, like, nah, the joke is dogs, but
like,
it's not.
You get killed in your own city, in front of your own business that you're employing, employing people. That's crazy. Like, that don't.
This one, I guess this is probably how people felt when Biggie and Tupac died. But I feel like that Nipsey's impact is bigger than theirs, because we know more what he was doing, what he represents, versus them.
I think, like, once again, I think it's the times, because we were just going just off their music.
Right.
I mean, Pac was doing movies, and so people.
He did mad movies, and he died at 25. He did mad shit.
Yeah, Pac was doing a whole lot, like poetry, music, acting, and it's like people, gravitated to that. Biggie was doing music. From what I know, I don't think Biggie was doing any movies. I mean, he was in that Martin episode, but I mean, other than that, I don't know. I don't think Biggie was really acting like. So, like, we just fell in love with their music, but like, I felt like people fell in love with Nipsey's music, his message. The gems he was trying. It was so many different levels of him that people fell in love with. And then, like, now, especially being an artist, I feel like, people want to get to know you in a sense. Like, it's not really about just music now, in a sense.
I feel that. It's crazy. R.I.P. Nip.
Rest in peace to Nip, man.
The marathon continues. This was a great episode of Let's Build, episode 7. Anything else you want to tell people?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, man. Coolboy Ave, COOLBOIAV. Stay the Course 2 coming soon. Stay on the lookout for that. We about to work on a whole bunch of merchandise and a whole bunch of cool stuff, cool vibes, cool aura,
cool Ranch Doritos, all that.
I need that endorsement.
Facts.
I need that endorsement.
We need all that.
It's a cool speech anytime cool speak.
Well, when did you come up with this?
I was drunk, man. I promise you, bro. Like, I was drunk one day and I said that, and somebody had the same reaction. I was like, yeah, I'm keeping this shit.
Yeah, you gotta keep this
I'm
shit.
Keeping this shit.
Word, but I appreciate y'all watching. Peace. Peace out.